Connected.
Here comes the sun. It's alright. Darling. Darling, here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
it's alright.
Hare Krishna, welcome. Thanks for coming. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavinda, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Okay, turn your mics on. Let's chant here. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama 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 Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Rama
Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna
Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Rama
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Rama
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama
Rama
Rama
Rama
Hare
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 Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare
Hare Krishna Rama Krishna Krishna Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Hare Hare
Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Rama Hari Hari
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama
Rama Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare
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 Rama, 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 Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare Rama
Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Hare Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare,
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama, 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 Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama Hare
Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
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 Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama Rama
Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna Hare
Rama,
Krishna
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hare
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna Hare
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Rama Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Hare, Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare Rama
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama Hare Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare, Hare
Rama
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna,
Rama
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama. Rama Rama Hari Hari. Is Johan here perchance? Is he around? Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama.
Look at Facebook.
Yeah.
I would look at Facebook.
Why not? I wonder.
I don't know, Guru Maharaj.
How come everybody else comes pretty much, and he's giving all these classes, but he's not coming? That's what I'd like to know. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Krishna Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Krishna,
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hari Krishna
Rama
Krishna Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Rama
Hari Krishna
Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaur Bhakta Vrinda
Jaya Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Let's see. Srimad Bhagavatam. Let's see. Was it chapter 2? Chapter 2, verse number 17. Srimad Bhagavatam. Oh, Canto 1 and chapter 2. Shri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, supersoul in everyone's heart, and who is the benefactor of the truthful devotee. Oh, I like that. You like that, Lalita? The benefactor of the truthful devotee. See, he's like when Jesus was preaching, he was always talking about certain devotees he had where, they had no guile. They were just honest, really honest and truthful. See, and so they got the real benefit, the ultimate benefit, which is this closeness with the Lord. Yeah. Where was it? Where did we go up here? Cleanses the desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. Properly heard and chanted. See, not improperly, properly heard and chanted. It takes a lot of purification, man, to really get this. Yeah. You got to follow the process. By regular classes in Srimad Bhagavatam and by rendering service to the pure devotee, all that is troublesome to the heart is almost completely destroyed, and loving service unto the personality of Godhead, who is praised with transcendental songs, is established as an irrevocable fact. See, and so that's the whole idea. You need to serve the devotees also, hear and also do some actual service, and this really cleanses the heart. So, like some devotees here are giving classes, with Johan, he's giving classes, and I've been listening the last couple of times more. I haven't been listening that much, but now I've been listening. I think we have enough people giving classes here. I feel like I think it should be like right now, Lalita and Govinda, and some other people maybe that they don't give classes, but mainly Lalita and Govinda, Pani. There's a few devotees, but I think for now I would like Johan to stop giving classes and to do some service. I mean, some other service. I don't consider right now that service. There's something unclear, it's like it's not coming a clean message. It's like and that message you're getting. So the whole idea is to hear properly. And if you hear from Lalita, you hear from Govinda, you're going to get a clean message. Johan has got some things he's working on right now, and he doesn't even know it. And to give classes, and you guys are going to hear that. You're not seeing it, and the ones who have the same kind of stuff are going there basically to deal with him and Tom. You know what I would like them to do, if they're real servants, if they really consider me their guru, is I'd like them to transcribe my class. It's time for them to do some practical service for certain purposes. And by doing that and coming to these classes regularly, like where is Johan? Why is everybody else coming? And he goes and gives friggin' classes. And then you guys get all this stuff. I listened to 2 classes, and he's saying something and not saying something and saying something and not saying something. And you're getting the energy. See, you're getting the energy of what he's not saying. I don't want classes like that. And, that's enough of that. That's an ISKCON, trying to bring some stuff like that in here. I think you guys, if you're really serious, listen to advanced devotees like Lalita. I don't care, he cries and all that stuff. I want to see him transcribing my classes, him and Tom. Do some actual service like that. Get in touch with some deep stuff in there. And if I see that, then I see, okay, these guys are serious. And if anybody, you listen, why not listen to Lalita? Don't we have enough people? How many classes do you want to listen to? I mean, don't you guys have anything to do in the world? I certainly do. I have plenty to do. What are you sitting by just sitting by their phones waiting to like this to listen to anybody and anything? No. How about make it a nice meal when you come to class? Like when I come here, I'm here. And so I think that would be good. I think that would be good for Johan and good for Bhakti Tom and good to prove their actual love and they're actually dedicated. I don't want Judases here. Do you want Judases here? You know what a Judas is? Oh, glories to Jesus Christ, and then in the back. Because, you know why Judas did that? Because of not being clear about the deeper motives. So I gave a class today. Whatever will be, will be. Okay, here it is. This is what will be. How do you deal with that, Johan? What is this stuff? This is so Mayavadi, man. Whatever will be, will be. What will be is the desire of the devotee. What do you want to do, Arjuna? Oh, bring the chariot up over here. Don't give this thing. Whatever will be, will be. That's so Mayavadi, man. What will be, what your desire, your deep heart's desire is to be like a guru, a teacher, to be in charge, that that kind of stuff. Yeah, then that's what will be. Well, if you want to be a servant of Guru and Krishna, okay, well, here's your time to prove it. That's what will be or not in this situation. There's enough people, pure-hearted people. You got Lalita. She's been working on herself. Johan's been not admitting shit for 6 friggin' years. And whenever some truth comes out, he wants to hold it back. And then he wants to give classes. I think you deserve better than that out there. He deserves better than that. It's so nice to have, to hear properly. And we have enough people teaching. Govinda, pure-hearted person, sincere. See, he's got sincerity. He's been, he's honest with himself and all this stuff. And the only controversy is between persons like that resist those messages from like Lalita and Govinda. See, that's so. Anyway, I think that would be great. So Johan, stop giving classes for a while and start. We need some transcriptions of these things. Let's get this movement off. You know, who is it? Radhanath, all these Vaidhi Bhaktas are having their disciples, they're writing, they're doing all kinds of things. I got nothing here except these things. So hey, you say you're all glories to Guru Haridas, and that goes for you, Tom, or anybody else I give this, an instruction to. Let's follow the book, right? Isn't the book say by regular service to the pure devotee, right? If you claim to be my disciple, then do that. We need some writings. Get to work. You don't have to be spaced out, or you want to give your classes and say things but not say and put all that energy out. Forget it, man. Get to work. Transcribe, listen, hear, come here regularly. Yeah, whatever will be, will be. Well, there you go. Will it be? Or do you have a different idea? Hey man, on my watch, we're not going to do a thing where, you know, the Acharya disappears and then the other opinions take over. Sorry, we're doing it different this time. The Lord's keeping me here for a while. We're going to keep things straight and narrow. What do you think, Andromeda? It's a good idea? Hey man, you want to get up and give classes? You got to take the heat, man. More responsibility. You're going to be a teacher? Well, hey man, we're going to make sure you're going to become a good teacher, a great teacher, transcendental teacher, pure-hearted teacher. I don't care, laughing. We got Christina. Great, thank you, Christina, for your example. You're laughing all over the place, but man, you got a different idea. See, that's all this is, you know, the Judas thing? Everybody's got the Judas thing. It's you got to face the Judas thing. You know, he's been staving it off for a long time. He doesn't want to face that thing. He wants to be in charge and all that. Yeah, so I think that would be good. So, Johan, if you want to follow my order, the order of the Acharya is the active principle of spiritual life. I think it's a great. Haven't been given many orders, right? The order, didn't Prabhupada say the order of the spiritual master is the active principle of spiritual life? Well, I think let's really activate it now. And we need some work. We need some writings, man, you know. Give to Govinda, he wants to make books. We need some material. Get to work, Tom. Don't sit there and spaced out on your giving your guitar string. Get the friggin' work, you guys. I don't consider Johan's classes service right now. I'll consider that service. It's about time I throw a little authority around. I've been, too lax in this stuff. Yeah, do whatever whatever will be, will be. Well, yeah, okay, that's what will be. Hopefully, And of course, he's not here to hear that because he doesn't want to see these things. He wasn't here in the other classes either because he doesn't want to see these things. He wants to just go on with his trip. Oh, he's here. All right, we got the guy. All right, what do you got to say, my friend? Put your sound on. Whatever will be, will be. What will it be? Okay, he's going to come back, I think. Well, at least he was watching. That's good. That's right. Time to hash it out, man.
But Tom isn't here either. I don't know where Tom is.
Yeah, he comes and goes, you know. Yeah. So, okay, here we go. Is the music still on? No. It's on? Okay. Okay, Johan.
Now I can hear. Can I say something about?
Absolutely. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
When I sit, whatever will be. It's not my authority. I know that Krishna who's sitting in my heart, to you mercy, he will do the necessary. This is what it's nothing to do with my father, because I'm not interested in my father. Or I'm not a Judas. I'm not betraying you, really.
Okay, all
But
right.
but I'm not. But I'm saying, what will be? What the Lord have to do with me,
Yeah.
which will happen, even if that's what Sodimala video. If the Lord for me is the best that I make 2 lives still or 3 lives, it will happen. But I'm not worried. Krishna knows me. I
Yeah,
said no.
yeah. Krishna knows you and he informs me on things too, because that's what he does. He works in disciplic line. And me and the Lord want you not in many lifetimes, in this lifetime.
Yeah, but I read it, and I said also in my video, but I don't know if you hear it. If the shit must come out of me, he will
Yeah.
also do it. But I don't use the name purification. I said the whole package is
Yeah.
in there. So if the shit must come out of this must come out, I'm not interested how to know it, but he will do everything perfect. And I'm
You,
100% of that.
Use the name purification, Johan. That's the name of this action.
Yeah, but okay,
what?
you say the name purification. Yeah. I said everything is in the package. Yeah. He will do the necessary. But I don't need to say this purification, because it can be much more words. He will do much more things than all of this purification. So for me, it's not necessary. I feel it's not necessary. I said, he will take care of the shit of me also, but I don't have to say that this purification. I look at that on you also, but for me, I said in my life, he will take the shit, he will do everything what is needed. But how or what? I'll leave it to his hand.
Yeah, but you know, see, Guru and Krishna will do everything. Guru is a helper. They external, because there's things that we can't see by the super soul. There's blocks, there's all kinds of things. And so he inspires the devotees to work from the outside also. Otherwise, you're on your own, and that's where you've been speaking a lot like that. Well, it's Krishna will do everything, and it's like this, and we're having problems in the sun. No, you're having a problem, man, because you're feeling cut off and you don't know it. And he's trying to help you from outside. See, from the outside. Because I know this trick, man, and many others. You got to go through this part. This part it's like you're split in half. It's the hypocrisy. It's hidden from you, and so that's why you need help. That's why people come. We have a sangha here. This is the reflection, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Otherwise, Krishna will do everything. Oh, Lalita, I don't want to hear that. Oh, shut up. You see, that's a sign that you're not getting it yet, because
No, Maharaj. What I'm talking about, Balalita, his person did so much years ago, and this person did so much years ago. All from these small things. I don't want to hear all these things. Don't say
I have
Lalita.
not talked about years ago. I speak
That
about
was
what's
a
happening
thing
now,
about the
Johan.
church. That I said, I have enough. Yeah, for me, it's the children garden. You said things to Radhe and Francis was not the truth.
How do you know that?
Yeah. But they don't dare to speak. But I dare to speak. And I said, all these small things that happened 10 years ago. Or that happened 2 months ago.
You're trying to
You
threaten me.
protect yourself.
You're trying to threaten me. Let them talk
It's not
to
a
me.
threat.
Let
It's
them
not a
talk to
threat.
me.
It's not a threatening.
And what
I
does
said,
this have to do? I haven't
Lalita,
been
listen
talking.
now for a moment. Lalita, listen for a moment, yeah? All these things that, what you did a half year ago, and what you did, or another devotee said, this person do to me did, and this and this. I'm not more interested in all these small
But I
things that
don't tell
happened
you that,
years
Johan.
ago.
I'm not talking to you about that. I'm not interested, but I'm not talking to you about all that. Why do you say that?
You wrote it to me, but you know very good that I threw everything away immediately.
What?
That's my
I
mistake.
wrote it to me about
You,
Radhe and Francis?
no, you wrote to me, the thing that I said is from 2 days ago. I'm not going to years back.
But what are you, in God's sake, for God's sake, talking about? What are you doing now?
You are telling things to Radha and Krishna that happened more than 10 years ago. Why you stuck still on that? You're talking about Radha Krishna things that happened a few months. You write to other person what happened maybe a year ago. Why are
I
you
will
still
check
doing this?
that,
Wait,
Johan.
wait,
I
wait.
will check that. It has nothing to do with your purification. Will
Yeah,
this
but
make you more happy now to smash me? What are you doing now? What
it's
does this have
making
to do
you.
with your purification?
I
Will
tried
this
that.
make any change for you? I don't think so. I don't think it's a nice try to threaten me, but it will not make any change for you.
I am not threatening you. I just said
You're
I have
threatening
enough.
me.
Yeah,
You're threatening me. You're doing politics.
I have
No,
enough.
no, 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 no.
Yeah. I said, stop. I said, hey, let's all stop with all these children doing. For me, it's children doing now. And let's start all new. And you said, no, I don't want to forget what happened years ago.
What?
Well,
I
if you say I
didn't
don't
know
want to do
Radhe
it,
and Francis 10 years ago. I also know them recently. I don't know them that
no.
long.
Hey, if that means that they're lying.
I,
Huh? It means that
I
they're
met
lying.
them. I met them when I was already in the
Yeah,
Sangha.
but that means that they're lying. But you are not saying they're lying, but they said to me.
That's
And
possible.
even for the young, even they said for the young is now even okay, but for you not.
I will check that out. I will check that out from years. But this is actually, how do you call that, under the girdle cutting? It's a low blow what you are doing now, a very low blow. Talking
Yeah.
about something about Radhe and Francis of 10 years ago. I was not in the Sangha yet 10 years ago. They were not in the Sangha.
You
I never met you 10 years ago. What
Lalita,
does this
you
have to
again.
do?
What is your,
Listen,
okay, what is your point there about that? What is your
Yeah.
point in relation to your purification?
it is not necessary here, I feel, that we pull all these old things what happened and how some person reacting. Now they said, oh, I don't know. She wrote, if I am lying, it means that other devotees are lying what is telling to me. Yeah, I'm just repeating their words.
Yeah,
But there
and,
was something
and
I am
what,
being
yeah, what are you repeating? I mean, what is it that
devout.
she did 10 years ago? What is it?
I don't know. I don't know. It had something to do
You
with
don't
money or
know?
something.
You don't know, and you're bringing this up? That
Yeah.
doesn't,
Allee,
you don't
take some,
know?
wait,
No?
take some, go with the mic. She had a problem. Yeah. It
Yeah,
took some time. Well, Shamiko is telling me, oh, Lalita is still going on about the mic. Something happened to 10 years about something between Francis and Janos, now something about money. I forgot it anymore. It's not about money or something else, because he also, but she still pick it up. And now she insists, she's telling me, no, I don't know what you want to come, but this is what the devotees are telling me. So for me, all these things, what happened 10 years, over a half years, let it go. That's what I'm trying to get. Let it go. People now said, I don't know. So
yeah.
if she's not convinced, I'm not, then what they're telling to me is all a lie. So Swami Goring's lying, Francis is lying, Radha is lying, you're all lying.
No, I told
Oh,
Shamagori to mute her mic in name of the whole Sangha. I asked Shamagori several times to mute her mic. That's
yeah,
true.
but see,
That's not 10 years ago. A few months.
yeah, but this girl, she knows something to me now. But she said that you're still going on all these things. That is why for me, I feel this is all small.
You don't know what it's about. What are you doing now? You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I don't know it.
Yeah, I think what he's saying. I think what he's saying is in the spirit of what he was with his class yesterday. Just let it all go and start today, right? Isn't that basically what you're saying? Don't let the past go. Yeah, well, I can get that, but so he's saying that basically that you're an example of not doing that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so so that's his point.
But I didn't know. The only one that I knew 10 years ago was Freddy and Ivo and Jan. That's all.
Well, maybe he's exaggerating, saying it's maybe 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
Even not.
No?
I haven't met Radhe and Francis.
Yeah. Or 5 years ago. Might be 5 years ago.
It has nothing to do with that 10 years ago. No, you write something now. What happened at that time between little Manava and Francis? If that is what you're telling it, if I am lying, it means that they're also lying.
Oh, Francis, who admitted to Lalita Madhava that he lied about Lalita Madhava to you.
Yeah, but everything is great, but you're still going over these things.
Oh yeah, because Francis did not inform you and Freddie, and I had problems with Freddie about that. And it had nothing to do with me. But Francis admitted that they lied, but they never communicated that to you. So
yeah,
I wanted to communicate
he
that to
said
you.
to me that everything was arranged, even something also that everything was straight.
But Johan, this has all nothing to do with what's happening here now. This is something that I had to deal with Francis and Radhe because I defended Jan then. What are you doing now? I'm not doing things with that. I'm not talking about all that with people, with nobody.
That's why I try to say, let's start new and not start with all these small things.
Yeah, of course, Johan. Yeah.
I'm not stupid.
Yeah, okay, that's another thing. Okay, let's start new, but you know what? You cannot be like that, and if you have the past inside, and so that has to be released often. That is part of the purification, it's...
the shit will come up.
Yeah, it comes out. It's just, I remember this, I had a minister who spent 5 years in a cloistered monastery. And his purification was, he was praying, which like we're doing too, and 5 years memories were coming up, just memories, until they finally gone. And I noticed that here, devotees, they often live in memories. But a lot of this just has to come up. These memories of maybe are from childhood and stuff that we've been repressed and all that stuff. It's just part of it. I mean, God has all these different systems in place to release stuff. I mean, because not everybody can come to bhakti yoga, and that's why a lot of devotees on that Vaidhi level, they can't do this work. Because they can't deal with that darkness and stuff coming up and out, it's just, so they keep it all down and just do the rituals. They're just not capable of doing that. So that's going to happen here, that's why you see, it just comes up in devotees. Lalita went through a lot of stuff, and, and it's just smoothing out now more. And other devotees, everybody, we all got to go through it.
Yeah, so long I'm listening to you regularly.
Yeah.
So with you and everything will come okay, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, okay.
But it's also not always to understand me. I know that.
Yeah.
But I know that the Lord, if it isn't even necessary for me, okay, you want me and Krishna meet out, yeah? But we don't know the hope. But if it is necessary for me that I still have to go to life, the Lord knows that it will happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So He knows it. So I'm not worried about all the things that it will come after. For me, well, everything will come. Okay.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It all comes.
Everything comes, I know it.
Well, the thing is, this is where you got to get clear on your desires, because, it's not just, it's all the Lord. You're a participant. It's the Lord gives the devotee what he desires. The Lord's a desire tree. So that's why it's good to get clear on that.
I was
Sometimes
my when I see these movies
what?
of Radha Krishna, I don't know if you heard it, but even Freddy could not understand it. My heart was bleeding almost. So
What-
the
what-
Lord knows. I have it even from child that is out to have these loving relationships, like anything. So it is my strongest.
what movie was that?
The pastime of Krishna. Wait one
Oh,
moment.
yeah. Well, our ratings are going up. 23 people. They like the drama, I guess.
These movies.
Oh, it's a movie?
There's more than one movie.
Oh, yeah. What's the name of it? It's all upside down, so I can't see. What's the name of
Oh,
it?
see Krishna with English subtitles.
Yeah. I like those kind of movies too.
So and my heart was bleeding even from childhood.
Yeah.
It was the movie of Jesus Christ. My heart felt it, so the Lord knows my heart.
Yeah. Right. Yes.
And I was crying for five years for what I get now from you here. And then I
Yeah.
felt all this love, these emotions, what the devotees are doing, but they cannot do the service for the Lord.
Yeah.
So the Lord knows my heart. Unless I will not feel that even what the devotees are feeling in the pastime of Lord checking out of Krishna pastimes. It is by you now that it gets stronger.
Yeah.
So I know it will come okay with me. But when it is, I said even to the devotee, he couldn't understand this.
Yeah.
If Krishna want me in true life for certain special thing, I will
Yeah.
have to stay in still two lives.
Yeah.
And I'm 100% convinced of that. If the Lord want me, even in the house of planet of preaching, in 2 lives I will go to the house of planet for preaching. Who knows it? He knows it.
Yeah. Yeah. Good point. Yeah, I feel better having face-to-face conversations here. It's good. Yeah.
So can I go live or not anymore?
Well, I was thinking about it. I'm starting to warm up to the idea again. Amy says this purification is very real. You have to face your shadow. There's no other way. The whole self is realized, not just the parts of the false ego. Yeah. So, what do you think there, Lolita? What's your?
I don't buy it. I'm sorry.
You don't buy it.
What?
Not
Your
convinced.
drive for help, or even Krishna, only Krishna can help. Even Srila cannot solve these problems. Things are going very wrong here in the Sangha. This is not about a little gossip between that
Okay,
Lalita.
that is your problem. Okay.
That's not my problem. I don't buy it. I wouldn't pray in public for such a thing. That because Lalita had a gossip with Francis and Radha 10 years ago, and then we are going to praying in a dramatic way. It's about something else, but I cannot force you to drink, of course, but I don't buy it.
Yeah, okay.
And
I
I
think
don't
we're,
like that.
yeah, I think we're getting to the bottom of it gradually. It's just, it just takes some time. Yeah, because that's what, you could say that was the past and all that, but is it really resolved? Like stuff like that, Johan, like,
Yeah, for me,
there's something going on in the Sangha, yeah, to me, that was like, okay, you're aware that there's something in you that's coming up. Finally, that you're not just, your shit doesn't stink, and that you're a exalted devotee thing, which is easy to do. I mean, even the gopis get proud sometimes, because of their special mercy they get. And you don't look at this. This is special mercy to have divine emotions and all that stuff. So, and so the Lord, he's using us, everybody, to correct and to trim and to, whatever. It's just what he does. That's why we're together here. Yeah. The peanut crunching crowd wants to sneak a peek. Yeah, we got 23 people watching, man, I find that interesting. Yeah. Well, we all like dramas, drama. That's the way we go to movies, to see a drama, right? So Aman says, sometimes I turn my back against thousands of religious swamis just to watch Lalita's amazing classes that are filled with so much special ecstatic mercy. Yeah. No, I don't know, just, I think it's good. This is like an istagosti. We just kind of get it out, be
Yeah,
honest.
Guru Maharaj, can I say something?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sometimes when you want to give an example, for instance, you pray about something and you easily say my ex-wife, or you talk about Christina. You can say, don't talk about the past. There are devotees who say he's always talking about the past. But these are good examples. When I come back on that situation with the mic, I wanted to teach Shamagori about respect. She always have fighted for that. So later when we came back, I said, listen, this was my teaching
Yes.
about that respect. It was about that mic. And I explain it again. It's not that I am angry for that mic now. That's not the case. I
Yeah.
just use that example.
As an example, yeah.
Of
Sometimes it's
course.
valuable.
Of course.
Yeah, that's, yeah. So, yeah, Lolita's not.
but people don't see it like you were writing like that. You have to understand also how these people acting on all these things.
Yeah, but I don't have a glass and bowl, Johan.
Yeah,
Sorry.
okay. But that,
Sorry.
see, but this is reacting them to me, and then this person reacting like this to me, and then I'm thinking, hey, all these small things, what are we doing here?
Yeah, well, they should be reacting to her.
Okay.
It should not going to you, and then that becomes a gossip thing. That shows you this. It's like a cowardness, not going to directly to the person. Yeah, so they should be doing that and not putting you in the middle of all that stuff. Because then you use it. See, now you're using it like, against somebody and it's nothing to do with you. It's to do with like
Not
her
only Johan is
relationship.
in the middle, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah.
Not only Johan is in the middle, there are others in the a lot of gossip in
Yeah, a
Belgium.
lot of gossip. Yeah, like even Shamaguri says, "Oh, look at my." By the way, Shamaguri, I can't look at your I muted you a while back, and I tried to unmute you, and I can't do it. So I don't know. It's something to do with Facebook. So I can't see your message, but that you should put up to who it concerns. I mean, otherwise it's gossip. Even to me. Well, let me tell you, and then it's, I mean, if it's okay, otherwise some of this stuff becomes, like, well, he puts him in the middle, and then he'll, either use it or maybe misinterpret it. I don't know, just misunderstand, because it's that way, three-way thing.
Johan, how long do you know that story about 10 years ago? How long do you know that?
Not long.
Not long. So it's not me who are talking about 10 years ago. Those
Yeah, but-
people have been talking to you about, you don't know it long. And I don't know about what is going on even.
No. There's still
Somebody
something
who
left.
says still things inside from 10 years ago are talking to her about that, where I even don't know anything about. Anything.
Oh no, because you said to them,
What?
you saying, Lalita is writing me for something that 10 years happened to be
It's not
between me and
possible.
the
It's
Madaba.
not possible.
But okay,
That's,
you saying again, then I'm telling that Francis and you're lying, and you never lies. Voilà.
not
Yeah, that must
possible.
be, eh? That must be. You're
I
lying.
didn't
Voilà.
know them then. I didn't know them then.
Ik weet wat ik het doe.
Even not 5 years ago. I'm only invited the last 2
Laat
years.
me even in het Nederlands spreken. Then I'm going to speak a little bit in our language because maybe there's still a misunderstanding in our English. What is okay?
Yeah.
Ze hebben gezegd, Radhe en Francis, zeg jij nog hun een maand geleden of zoiets iets geschreven hebt, ja, dat 10 jaar geleden gebeurde tussen Francis en Jan. Dus jij zegt nee, wel, dan moet Francis en Radhe liegen. Dan moeten ze liegen.
Ik weet niet. Ik moet eens aan Jan vragen wat dat er 10 jaar geleden gebeurd is. Ik weet daar niks van, Johan.
Oké, maar dat is
Niet op de hoogte. 10 jaar geleden hadden wij geen contact met
Ja, maar
Frans.
nee, dat is het niet mee. Maar je had contact gehad met Jan. Je hebt er samen gewoond. Wat is er allemaal gezegd? Wat er allemaal gebeurt, dat weten we allemaal niet, ja? En het kan zijn dat je het toen niet gehoord hebt. Want
Nee.
toen zeggen, ja, Lalita heeft dat gezegd, heeft dat 10 jaar, en het is allemaal al in orde.
Jan heeft nooit over Francis gesproken. Nooit.
Oké, dan moet maar dat is geen, dus iedereen is verkeerd dan.
Oh, what happened here? I lost the sound. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Guru.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sound. Okay. Yeah, Fani says this is boring. So maybe we had enough in talking like this. And yeah, okay, it's good. Ooh, I like this. It drives my curiosity wild. You have different reactions. Yeah. Yeah, I think Johan can give classes. I feel better now that I talk to him face to face. Yeah, I see his heart's in the right place. It's just, he's an unusual guy. That's all, like everybody here.
But just see, I go to sleep. And Chris, I give him for the days to give life that you think you can make. What are you doing with this crazy guy?
Yeah.
And then you can see my last video that I'm talking. So that some devotees have a problem with I'm speaking.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's see. We're reading from Srimad Bhagavatam here. Let's continue on here. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We had our little Istagosti here. It's good to let off some steam, I needed to do that. Yeah. Okay. O twice-born sages, by serving devotees who are completely free from all vice, great service is done. By such service, one gains an affinity for hearing the message of Vasudeva.
Which chapter?
Oh, that's chapter 2 in Canto 1. Yeah.
Verse 1?
Yeah. Canto 1, chapter 2, verse number... what's that verse number? 16. Yeah, and anyway, in Lord Caitanya's movement, Bhagavatam was written before that. I mean, what I'm finding amazing is the bottom line is you got to see, like a lot of people look at the externals, they're looking at, is a person free from all vice? Who the heck is free from all vice? Not even Prabhupada was. I mean, to be honest, Prabhupada wasn't free from all vice. Do you know that? This is conclusive. I mean, he would do regularly snuff. You know what snuff is? Tobacco. You know, Bhakti Vinod was not free from all vice. These guys are in our disciplic line. Bhakti Vinod, until he was like 46 or 7 years old, was eating beef, not beef, but chicken and mutton and fish and all these meat. He loved it. He even said, I really like this. So these Bhagavatam verses, you have to see the essence. If you hear from these guys, you develop an affinity from persons who may not be free of all vice because, because of the mercy of the Lord. Did you get the mercy of the Lord? And do you get attraction to hear these messages of the Bhagavatam? Many of us are not free from all vice. We have all kinds of things, right? But still, how are we getting attracted to hearing the most highest topics that are only usually for those who are almost retired from material life? See? Because we have that potency. This is the great secret of all secrets of why when Jesus came, he was giving that Holy Spirit to fishermen. Anybody who would listen to them. And Lord Caitanya did the same thing and even expanded on that. Him and Nityananda and their followers got the power to distribute the attraction to these messages, to these pastimes, to these qualities. And we're a good example. We're all a bunch of buffoons. We're nothing special. I mean, Johan, he's an idiot. Gohari's an idiot. Lalita, she's not perfect. Nobody. But because of the mercy of Lord Caitanya and Jesus, because he affected my life, and I think he's touched the lives of many people here. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, Johan. What?
Yeah, but I feel also that I see to my life when I was young. And I saw this, oh my God, my heart. I felt it need my mind. And I want to be normal. But still, we have to go through a certain period. And then I came with contact with ISKCON, and I get amazing dreams. And now I come in contact with you, should I go to Abra. So it also we have to go through our lives also.
Yeah.
Even if you had a desire, I had a strong desire as a child. I was the only one in my house who was crying, and I said, not this guy, but this guy I just felt it. But I still have to go to life, to my karma and all these things.
Yeah, we all do. That's the thing. That's why you're here. That's why you're in this association. Because devotees, they're recipients of the mercy of the Supreme Lord to have attraction, even in spite. I mean, it's like when St. Paul was wondering, why am I not perfect? He was a Pharisee. They have this idea, first deserve, then desire. And Jesus appeared to him and said, my strength is perfected in your weakness. See, and the devotees of Lord Caitanya, when you analyze and you look at them, they all felt that way. They didn't even want to look at the play of Lord Caitanya because they felt themselves. They said, we're ordinary people. We have, human desires and all of this stuff. We're not qualified because the Lord was choking. He says, okay, whoever is free of all material desires and all vice can come and see my play. See, can come and see this see the play, the real Leela of the Lord. See, whoever's free from all vice. See, that's Bhagavatam talking like that, right? So he's speaking like that. And then they said, well, even Advaita said, I'm a householder. I got this desire, that desire. The other devotees, we're not free. We're of all vice and all this. So I guess we can't come to your play. And you know what the Lord said? Well, if you don't come, who's going to watch the play? Who's qualified to watch the play in this Kali Yuga? Nobody. See? And then you got the ones who are trying to be qualified, and they're the disqualified. They considered the most fallen simply because they think they're qualified to see the Lord, and they got all these subtle desires often. You can, control your genitals and everything, and then you just want to be like adored. So your sex desire is into this, and I've seen this in gurus. That's why a lot of people, they want to be acknowledged, and all their things are transmitted into subtle sex desire, stuff like that, by trying to do it that way. See, and the Lord, He's looking, hey, I'm giving the mercy to whom I'm choosing in this world. See, and you want it, you got to go there. You got to go to those fishermen. You got to go to that smelly fisherman, St. Paul, or Peter, or whoever the Lord was bestowed the mercy on, or Jesus. Jesus was just a carpenter. Who was his guru? Nobody even knows that. But he had the mercy of the Lord. He had the message. He could understand the deeper insights of the Bible or the Vedas. Well, for them it was the Bible. He could understand the real message, the essential message. See, when you become a real devotee with real bhakti, you understand the essence of all truth and the Lord's real heart, because you actually share the heart. Most people don't share the heart of the Lord yet. They have a separate interest. See? But the Lord can bestow that upon anybody. That's why I keep teaching. Jesus taught it. Lord Caitanya taught it. I teach the same thing. Whoever accepts this preaching of those who have the mercy of the Lord will be delivered. That's the real preaching. That's the most confidential truth. And if you don't, and you see people are dying vaidhi bhaktas with those symptoms of glorifying varnashram dharma and haven't moved on into the conversation like Ramananda Roy and Lord Caitanya. That's external bhakti. Tell me something deeper. See, it's in the message. Tell me something deeper. Okay? It's in the message. What is the deeper message? That was Jesus. He told people something deeper about the God and more of his real heart. The Lord's heart isn't like everybody. I'm a hard-hearted, I'm a tyrant. You do this and do that. That's not the heart of the Lord. And that's why Jesus came with the new message. Oh, the Lord's heart is full of mercy. All he's asking for you is to accept my word. Accept the message. This is his message. Because of the intimacy between Jesus and the Lord, he had a beautiful message for the world. And it's the word of God that becomes the law. See, becomes what you should follow. And that's why when Jesus said, your mother wants to talk to you. See, he used that situation to preach. What did he say? Oh, my mother and my friends, my companions, my fathers, my mothers. Oh, those who do the will of God, they're my intimate associates. See? But he knew the will of God. He spoke the will of God into existence. He spoke that reality. The Pharisees spoke the reality of the rules and the regulations of traditions. See? In Vaishnavism, they're speaking the reality of the rules and the regulations in Varnashram Dharma as the method of deliverance into existence. And that's the existence or those who gravitate to that. We're speaking the confidential truth to quick deliverance into the kingdom of God, into existence. Otherwise, it doesn't exist. Whatever the words that people speak in the world causes the existence of those who gravitate and believe in them. That's just how it is. Even the demons do that. They know this. That's why they got TV. Why do you think TV was created? To tell you a vision of a reality that these materially motivated persons want you to live in. Right? And how many people are doing that? Wouldn't you go down the street? If you see everybody wearing a mask now, at this time, I guarantee you they're all watching television. They're being told a vision to live in that reality, to put a mask on in the fresh air. And it shows you a lot of people are not watching TV now because most people aren't wearing the masks. Or anybody in fear and going for their little things, or they believe is because of what the mainstream media. See, they're telling you a vision of a reality that Maya wants you to live in if you believe her bullshit. That's the secret. The secret of secrets. If you're lucky and fortunate, you hear the most merciful message that you can hear in this world and live in that reality. And that's the reality, that's the reality we're in here. I mean, you guys are listening and living in this reality, right? Where did you get this reality? From this word, right? That's why, see, Prabhupada gave the confirmation, because I was speaking that, the pastimes of Lord Caitanya, everything, and people were really, getting it and really starting to feel like I was feeling, and just the ecstatic emotions and all that. Spoke that reality, and Prabhupada said, yeah, speak that reality in existence. It has my full approval now. See? So people in traditions, they're speaking Varnashram Dharma. They're carrying on the old tradition, right? This is the new one. This is the new tradition. See? Ecstatic worship of the Lord. We show you it's much more happiness in that. There's much more everything, much more realization, much more understanding, much more purification. See? Much more, the best thing, closeness and understanding the Lord's heart. And you become a perfected being, freed from that's the perk of working for this company, becoming part of this company. Oh, easy peasy, you're free from the cycle of birth and death, just because you're part of this company. See, company is literal. You come here regularly, you're dedicated, you're committed to this company. You work for this company, or play for this. It's all play here, right? We play for this company. Like on stage, they play, musical instruments, and that's kind of what we're doing. See, we meet with the Lord every day, and there's a dance, a rasa dance from this transcendental dance. You want this kind of existence, anybody? Or you want the more hard rules, regulations, ceremonies, fireside, bananas? You want distance from God, or you want closeness? So we're the example. So closeness. Oh wow, here, anybody interested? That's Raganuga Bhakti. You see devotees like this. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be an Amy or a Fanny. You like what they do. You like how they are. Yeah, I like this existence, and the Lord knows your heart, and He gives it to you, regardless of your situation. Right there, Johan?
Can I say something?
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
Yeah, but I said it with a lot of persons also here I'm living. The people, they want to hold on their life because they're so convinced it's only one life. Even they have to go to so much things because they're hoping, even if they suffer more, they're still hoping I will live so longer. That is also with this mask. Now I say maybe one person, but they're so convinced, if I'm wearing this mask, I will live longer. See, that's the problem also that now. There is so much, most people still don't know that, hey, we have another life. But now people think, oh, now in this life we have to enjoy, we have to hang on so long. So that's why a lot of people they did like here also one of my neighbors, I said it, an operation piece of the long ago. And this is people they want to hang on this life like anything. And that's
I get what you're saying. That's the materialists. They don't know about reincarnation and stuff like that. And but that's still kind of it's not about. It's more about Transcendental knowledge, not thinking that, oh, okay, I'll live many lives, so I don't need to wear a mask or something. It's not really, that's not the essence. The essence is to get this mercy. See, to feel this closeness with the Lord. And even a devotee is not thinking about, I'm not thinking about, let's see, now I'm going to be free from the birth and death. It just is. It's a matter of this. You become like the residents of the spiritual world here. This is what they are. That's why it's so odd what we do here. It's only odd, and that's the reason why the Lord doesn't come, is because people think he's odd, and his devotees are odd. That's why he has the Dhams, Vrindavan Dham, because people appear odd there to people in the world, for them to cry and laugh and choke up when they see Krishna. See, these symptoms of the highest loving, blissful, ecstatic, rapturous existence. It's odd. It's different because it's not happening in the world. In 99.9% of humanity. So for the Vaishnavas starting there, we're the first fruits of this. But that's the Lord's desire. See, that's why you see Prabhupada gave his approval upon this preaching. This is God's will now. If you consider the devotee the distributor of God's will, and he did that through Prabhupada, and then Prabhupada comes to me in 1996 and says, this ecstatic preaching has my approval, well, where is it meant to go? See, that's why those who are there, like if you've done that Vaidhi for a while and you're looking, well, I want something more and deeper, if you're fortunate, you'll end up here because we're doing that deeper, just like you did, Johan. You got to a point and you thought, yeah, I want to do something deeper. See? And so you're open and willing to listen to the message. If you're not open, obviously it's not you because you're not open. There's no room for this word. That's what Jesus taught. It's perfect. You can see it here. People may come and everything, and you're preaching and sharing, and then they go, well, there's no room for the word. So you can't bear any fruit. That's why this is the real process, is who is open to the message. Anybody can come here. You can come from any walk of life. You could be a Muslim, you could be religious, non-religious, anything. Whoever comes here, and this word sown in your heart could bear fruit. Could. I just say, maybe you don't want this. The fruit of this word is love of Krishna. That's the message. The Lord wants lovers of God. He wants intimate associates. That's his real desire. Is that your desire out there, anybody? Because that's our work. That's the Lord's message we're giving to the world. That's the will of God. Can you understand it? No, I don't understand it. No, the will of God is what Prabhupada taught and Bhaktisiddhanta taught, rules, regulations, ceremonies. Ceremony, fastings, and all that stuff. Okay, well, there you go, man. That's the word for you. There's no room for this word? Okay, there is room for this word. This is its fruit. The fruit is this love of Krishna. Many people you see that are on that level of Vaidhi, they don't understand it. It's like a fish going on land and trying to understand what's going on there. See? So we got that going. We got, and that's why, see, Lord Caitanya taught, when you're around Vaidhis and if you're on this level of the intimacy with the Lord and understanding the deeper nature of the Lord, you give respect to the other levels from a distance. Generally, unless you're doing this kind of preaching. Prabhupada taught that too. If you attain devotion, then you should act like a neophyte in the world. Don't show anything. Generally. But do you tell an ecstatic devotee? Are they bound by these generalities that were spoken years ago or centuries ago? No, the Lord is spontaneous, right? Devotees are spontaneous. The Lord likes to do new things. Why limit the Lord to previous traditions? If he's going to use you, you know the flute. Do you ever see Krishna sitting down and playing a flute with a like a, what do they call it, songbook thing with the notes like this? No, he sits down. His flute is a devotee. They meet. The flute has lips, right? The silver flute. You know, silver flute has lips, and he's got lips, and they kiss. That's Vrindavan. That's the rasa dance. Everything comes from that. The notes come. You know, this whole class, where did this come from? You see any notebook here? That's called the rasa dance. Nobody knows what the rasa dance of the rasa. Rasa happens, it's the mixture of the devotee communing with God. You notice they're the gopis and Krishna. You think it's just Krishna? No, the gopis and Krishna. That's why Krishna says about the gopis, my God, I'm so indebted to you because of the kind of way that we meet and we communicate and commune. I'm just so indebted to that because what a rasa that produces. He doesn't get that same rasa that he has with the gopis and with other devotees. I mean, he's very nice, makes the devotees happy and the Lord's happy, but not to the extent that he has. That's why the Lord says, I'm so indebted to you. Wow, the happiness I get. And that's the happiness the Lord wants to give the world. If there's room for the word, this word, that kind of closeness. Yeah, otherwise, you're not really real yet, in this world. This is real. This is life. Communing, communication. Otherwise, you're not alive yet. You're in the Varnashram system and you're following external bhakti. See, you're still an external devotee. You get an external result. Well, if you're lucky, you get this result. It leads you here because you get dissatisfied. Like, Vedavyas, Bhagavatam. This is what these Vaishnavas in ISKCON and Gaudiya Math and Samiti need to get to. They got to get to the point like Vedavyas to hear the real Bhagavatam. They didn't, Vedavyas preach what people are doing in ISKCON and all these groups. He preached it, he wrote it, and followed it, and his heart was dissatisfied. So that's why people come here at a certain point. If you're lucky, you're led here. You realize, well, God, I want something deeper, something more. Who appeared on the scene of the Bhagavatam when Vedavyas in his heart, he cried out and prayed to God? Did God come directly? It's a trick question, Johan. Did God come directly?
Narada Muni Bhakti.
Yeah, he came directly as Narada Muni or through Narada Muni. That's as direct as you're going to get in this world, man. Otherwise, you're a speculator. If you don't worship the Lord with loving ecstasy, you're going to speculate. And most people do. And that's why the Narada Muni comes. See? And he's an ecstatic devotee to teach him about the next platform. He says, oh yeah, you've been teaching about rules, regulations, austerities, even up to Brahman speculations and all that stuff. The oneness of God, which you still don't get a clear picture. Now, show the pastimes of those, show the philosophy of Krishna consciousness in the form of pastimes. Okay? Then the devotees who are devotees will pick the codes and explain those pastimes so that people will get it philosophically, because people won't just get it philosophically. They're not capable. They need to hear it and see it through the pastimes of the Lord. And here, that's why there's the book Bhagavat and the devotee Bhagavat, who, when you're ready, when there's room for the word and the Lord knows that timing, then you're going to hear the confidential message of the Bhagavatam, which is just what you heard, that they don't hear, their gurus don't hear. They're still following the tradition previous. This is for those who have room for the confidential truth of the Bhagavatam, which is ecstatic worship of the Lord, which you get by being around ecstatic devotees, not Vaidhi Bhaktas. You got to leave that place and come here. That's why they push you. If you start listening here, they push you away, right, Lalita? Didn't your family push you away? They think, hey, you don't belong here anymore.
Not only my family, Guru.
Not only. They push you away, but they're not pushing you away, they're pushing you up. That's the Lord's mercy. They're pushing you into the level, so otherwise you got those things down there pulling you, That's the Lord's mercy. He works like that. He pushes you up into that platform to be around like-minded devotees. Remember that Jonathan Livingston Seagull movie? He was flying high. And he told everybody, hey, come up here, man. They're all low flyers. And they go, no, we don't want to go. But then gradually he stuck to his guns. They kept trying to pull him down. No, you come down here. Otherwise, we don't want to be with you. He just kept flying high and having a great time, man. And everybody they were looking up. See, some people were some of the birds looking up. Boy, he's flying high. He's having a great time up there. And some, just rose up there, by his word, actually. They just said, come up. Come on up. This preaching, we're flying high. Can't you tell? Isn't it obvious? Can't you tell we're high flyers? By the mercy of Lord Caitanya through the disciplic line? That kind of mercy? You want to be a high flyer? You fly above the cycle of birth and death. Even in this world, you're above the cycle of birth and death. Thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan. They're all ecstatically worship the Lord. We're ecstatically worshiping the Lord. I guess we're doing the real will of God, huh? Thy will, isn't it? That came through Jesus, not through Moses. It wasn't time. It didn't come through Prabhupada either, did it? Thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan. No, don't show Vrindavan, right? Narayana, don't show Vrindavan. Bhakti Vinod, Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod. Don't show Vrindavan, don't show. And then Prabhupada comes to me and says, okay, show. Put that show on. Thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan and Mayapur. So that's the show we do, huh? Pretty good, huh? Isn't it nice to be part of this show? See, the actualizing the words of Jesus, isn't this just making a more clear picture? You show me any Christian that ever gave a realization like that. That shows you the power of Lord Caitanya's mercy here. We can take the sayings of Jesus and make them really clear. I think that's amazing, man. I love stuff like this. That's why I come every day. I love it. Even if you walk, you can come here. Yeah. Exactly. Even if you don't walk. Yeah, it's pretty good. If you're a cripple, you can still turn on your camera. Yeah. Sometimes yes, but not always. I don't get what you're saying. What does she mean there? Does anybody understand? Can you explain that, Shamaguri? And by the way, I'm not lying to you there, Shamaguri. Don't think. You may have given me a friend request. I may have accepted it, but I still don't get your messages. Maybe it's Krishna. I don't know. Who knows? I tried. I really tried, and I can't, it's just not working. You may, I'm telling the truth. I'm not lying to you. I believe in soul sleep. That's how I remember my earliest memories. Yeah. Hey, 24 people. Yeah, okay. That's great. Yeah. So, as soon as irrevocable loving service is established in the heart, the effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance, such as lust, desire, and hankering, disappear from the heart. Yeah, that's the amazing effect of. See, as soon as this is what the Lord wants to give us access to, is having that awakening of this love easily, more easily than it's ever been given before. See, and then your hankerings for stuff in this world start to go. It puts out that fire. The hankering is like a hot fire. You know, it makes you, you know, you look at an object of the senses and they, you know, it's like you're attracted like a moth to the fire. See, that cools it down. See, and then when love awakens in the heart, then that gives you the qualification to be attracted to the pastimes of the Lord, to the name of the Lord. I mean, that started for me in the early 70s with Jesus. When I had that awakening of that bhakti, all of a sudden the Bible verses were very attractive. See? But I had no shiksha back then, other than the book was there, and I got it, but it wasn't clear. I was a newbie. There was no where was the shiksha? The shiksha with the churches, you know, and I don't know, just not interested in religion. This was kind of a special thing. It was only when I got Prabhupada's books and I felt that attraction awaken again for the Bhagavatam and for the Chaitanya Leela and all that. But I had that awakening in the early 70s. Okay. So now you just keep hearing, chanting, remembering about the name, the fame, and the pastimes of the Lord. See, and then gradually, we become completely purified. It doesn't matter. You don't have to like think, well, this person's completely pure. No, have they received the mercy of the Lord? You know, are they getting purified? You know, so that's the thing. We're coming to the point. Sometimes weeds get energized in this with the Bhakti Lata beach, the attraction. And so, that's why we have some rough spots. You know, ever been on a plane and it's nice and smooth, it's flying really nice, and then it hits the turbulence and it goes like this. It's still going, right? But it's going like this for a while. That's some of these anarthas and stuff. You know, so you turn and you wonder, oh my God, you know, that's sometimes we go like, and so, oh my God, you know, what's going on here? You know, it's going like this now. We're flying nice and smooth, and now we hit the turbulence. Anyway, it's just turbulence. Don't worry, just keep on flying. Oh yeah, I said it's always nice. Yeah, it's always nice. Yeah. Well, you know, we're going through stuff too. Yeah, it's not always nice. Yeah, it may be, but even when it's not nice, it's nice. That's sometimes the better time to come because it's, you know, it's like getting some work done. Yeah. So actually, Lord Caitanya came, and this is the crux of the matter. The Lord Caitanya came to give this bhakti, so the awakening of the Lord in the heart, so he speeds up our purification. This is what the Vaidhi Bhaktas don't know. That's why the mercy of Lord Caitanya, when it's here, that everybody that has a right mind, and that's the preaching here, is to preach this word and this assurance, this truth, so that people can come onto this path. And not be a mini lifetime thing. So you can get this away. Look how many people have the awakening of love of God in the heart. That speeds up your purification. Can you imagine going your whole life just doing Vaidhi Bhakti and not having that? That's why people die on the external level. This puts you on the internal level of worship. And people, see, the Bhagavatam was written like, boy, you got to go through a life. You got to be free from all vice and hear from somebody free from all vice. And that's why the Lord thought, if I have to wait for that in Kali Yuga, who the hell's going to come back to the kingdom of God? I have to just, by my will, by the Lord's will, just will it into existence. Yes, just associate with my devotees. This started with Jesus, man. Just associate. You notice those who associated with the Holy Spirit-filled devotees got many, not all of them, many got the Holy Spirit. but only by that association. It's always that way. You want to worship on the ecstatic level, you need to be around ecstatic devotees. You have to be committed and dedicated to their association. You have to be in their company. You have to be working for that company. Isn't that, I love that name. It's so Krishna-like. Company. Company means to be around those kind of persons, ecstatic devotees. It's the most glorious purification you can get. It's the most glorious inspiration you can get. It's the perfection of all existence taught in Vrindavan consciousness. Vrindavan is simply the devotees meeting intimately with Krishna every day. That's Vrindavan, man. That's this Sangha. Devotees meeting with Krishna intimately every day. And if you don't get that, you haven't gotten Krishna deeply. And the only possibility is to be around devotees who are getting Krishna like that, knowing that deepest desire of Krishna, to meet intimately with his devotees. Gives him the greatest high. It gives the devotee the greatest happiness. The happiness and the devotee are the same. Therefore, you can't go directly to see that happiness to Krishna. You have to go to see the devotee meeting with Krishna like that, to understand the happiness of Krishna. Because it's the same. And that's why the Lord himself had to come here as a devotee to preach the conjugal rasa even. Or any rasa. The devotee and the Lord's meeting is the place, is the path. Always been the path. Always will be the path. See, to the perfection of existence is this relationship. The meeting of humanity with the divine. See? Even says in the Bible that the angels or the demigods are jealous of this gift. It says that. It makes sense too. It's like, look, what the Lord is giving human beings in this world. Such a great opportunity. But the Lord also gives them, they also can come. If they're not jealous of this preaching, of a simple human being who is like that with the Lord, that maybe they don't have. If there's room for this word and they don't have this guy, if this becomes attractive to them, or even a dog, if you're lucky, you become a dog of an intimate associate of the Lord, like Shivananda is saying. Remember, that dog was liberated just by being his friend. If you can't do what a dog does, you don't get the mercy of the dog. If you can't be a friend of a Vaishnava and listen and be fed by a Vaishnava like that dog was, you don't get into the kingdom. This is the food, the word that comes from the meeting of a devotee, intimate meeting of the devotee. They get the right understanding, right? Bhagavad Gita 10:10. To those who worship that Lord with loving, intimate, ecstatic love, devotion, I give them the real understanding, the real knowledge, real transcendental knowledge. You listen to that word. See, now you'll become a son of God in this world, a son. Yeah, man or woman, doesn't matter. You'll be the light in this world. Because everybody's blind without this devotion. Remember Sachi? She says, yeah, the Lord's going away, he's going to take sannyas. She's thinking, oh, the Lord's going away. You're my walking stick. I'm a cripple without you. This is a devotee. All devotees. And Prabhupada felt like that. Jesus felt like that. If you're a real devotee, you'll feel like that too. The Lord is your walking stick and you like it. Oh, it's great. Well, Lord, you're my support, man. That's Ras. And the Lord's thinking, I'm dependent on you too. Otherwise, we can't do anything in this world. We got to be together. You want to be that kind of devotee? Well, that's Guru, man. That kind of Guru, you'll become like that too. Always take a shower after being intimate. See, on this path, the intimacy is the shower. See, the other is you got to take a shower after that because it's not completely pure. It's a contamination. This is clean. You get cleansed by the intimacy. Isn't that amazing? I love it. It's great.
Mostly you take a shower before. You bathe before you eat.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you don't have to. If you, Shiva, a lot of times he's eating without taking a shower. Depends on how advanced you are.
I mean, transcendentally.
Oh, transcendentally. But the eating itself is the shower.
As well, yeah.
Yeah, it's simultaneous, everything. The inspiration, the fireworks, it's everything. Yeah. See, then the devotee is established in goodness and becomes completely happy. And that's a little inconclusive, actually. And let me look at the word for word on this here. Yeah, even in here, sattve, being fixed in the mode of good. That's still a little inconclusive because when you taste this transcendental meeting and experience, it's Shuddha goodness. It's not fixed in the mode of goodness. No. You got to transcend. Even Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna, transcend all the modes. See, by surrender to me. See, transcend all the modes of nature, even goodness, and then it becomes Shuddha goodness. See, when love of God awakens it, now you know the Lord. The Lord is Shuddha Bhakti. He's pure goodness. Otherwise, goodness, that ain't, no. Lord, awaken in the heart, you're established in Shuddha goodness. See? And you continue to establish yourself in that. That becomes a way of life, a way of existence. Must become. See, that's how now, otherwise goodness, established in goodness, I'll go take a bath. There's so many Brahmins in goodness. They go take their bath and they follow their rules, they fast. Yeah, are they established? But the Lord may have not awakened in their heart yet. Because if he does, now you know a new, deeper level of purification. You're established in Shuddha Bhakti. See, you worship the Lord because of ecstatic devotion, and you know the deeper platform beyond the Varnashram system. See, this is the science of devotional service. Lord Caitanya quoted the verses. If persons, they could be a Shudra, a dog eater, whatever you are. See? But you can become a spiritual master if you know the science of devotional service. That means you got to know Shuddha Bhakti. By knowing Shuddha Bhakti, you can see everything that encompasses it. It's the circle around all circles. You understand the Brahman, and you understand the material modes of nature. Of course, you need a little help from the Bhagavatam. See, that's why these books are here. That's why the Bible is here. That's why Prabhupada's books are here. The Goswami books are here. We need to be instructed even after the awakening. You notice that? You notice how much help we get from these books about the confidential truths? They even, and you chant these verses or meditate on them, they awaken the Lord in the heart, right? That's Radha. She wants to hear. The devotee wants to hear, very attracted. We've been given this gift of bhakti, very attracted to the deeper messages of the scriptures. Just like Jesus, just like Lord Caitanya, just like all devotees. Without this bij, this bhakti, this awakening, this attachment to the transcendental word of God. See that word, do you like that word? Are you attracted to that word? Do you know what person that word is coming from, or persons? Can you tell the difference between the word of a demon and the word of a demigod and the word of an intimate servant of the transcendental Lord? See, words are coming from the mouths of so many people. But where's that transcendental word? Because that's rare. That word will cause an awakening of bhakti in you. And now you found what the path of out of this illusion. How many people are following the words in the Bible, especially the New Testament? See, that word gives them an experience of something special. See? That specialness is devotion, is that love for the word, for the name. See? That's the real purification. If you have no attraction for that, you can follow all the rules and regulations and fastings and studying the Vedas, but you don't love these words. Relish these words. Learn by that word. Then you haven't got it yet. Matter of fact, it hasn't borne fruit. You're not delivered out of this illusion because you're not loving the word of God yet. You just, you study and you become a nice teacher, a great teacher, and you get adoration and you become a little proud probably because you got to taste some ras. See, either you can taste the ras of the chanting of the names of God and the pastimes and the qualities and the philosophy, taste these things, or you're going to taste the ras of self-importance, the being praised. So that's false ego, false identification. The devotees just like to commune with the transcendental Lord. See, and then spontaneously things happen. That's the zone. That's how the devotees exist and communicate transcendental existence to others, and that's called preaching. What do you think, Lalita? Give us a word.
I don't think right now, Guru Maharaj. I try to recover from the low blow, really.
Oh, the low blow.
Yeah, I really. I see a lot of projection, and you're the leader, and you stop this. Also, I don't wanna, but I really feel a very, very something really deep projection from people who have a lot inside from the past day. But I am not like that. So
yeah. So you're yeah.
and then they project like it's me. No, I only use a few examples for teachings. And sometimes you said to me, sometimes you need to let somebody go away before you react, so you don't put salt on every little slack that you see. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you wait a while until there are many, and then you come in action, and then you say, listen, this and this. Oh, they deny, then you say, yeah, but this and this as well. And then keep on denying, then you say, yeah, but, and then you give a few examples of this is how I experienced you, and I don't really like it. If you come in my videos and you come constantly blaspheme me and etc., etc., I'm not reacting from the first time. I'm not reacting even after 10 times, but after 19 to 20 times I react and say enough now, and I say why, and I explain this. So then that is not living in the past.
Yeah.
That's not living.
Yeah. Do you get that, Johan, what she's saying?
It was not, I was not talking to him, because
I know, but because he was bringing up these things, right? Yeah. So I know. So It's clear to me. How about you? So I think she's talking to Shamaguri. You understand that,
No, I
Shamaguri?
was not talking about
No,
Shamaguri.
no.
No.
Oh, yeah. Who are
Oh
you
yeah,
talking
maybe for her because of course she tries to defend and to kick and to win.
Yeah.
No, I was not talking about Chamagori.
Okay, who are you talking about?
I was
You might-
talking about the Belgium devotees.
The Belgian
I was
devotees.
talking
Oh,
about Rade and Francis. Yeah.
oh, Radha and Francis. Ah,
And I
okay.
am
Good.
the only one
Oh,
who
I
has
see. I see. So you're, yeah, okay. So that's where this conversation came.
yeah.
Is basically you've been pointing things out, and
I've
you're
been
saying, and
pointing
they're,
things out right in their face.
yeah, yeah,
I'm the
yeah,
only one who has the guts to do that.
to do
To
that.
defend the Sangha. And you're
Uh-huh.
not to Francis, but to defend the Sangha. And of course, it's not easy to accept that. But
All right. So yeah, and so they're taking it. Oh, she's just living in the past and all that stuff.
yeah,
Uh huh.
I only know them for 2 years because I am not invited all those years before. I was excluded. So 2 years ago, I started to communicate. So all those things, it is not possible from all those years ago. It's not possible. I didn't know those persons.
Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, and part of the is communication, and also often devotee. You don't get people don't understand. Um, Not see that a lot of. Go ahead. Go ahead. There. Go ahead.
Yeah, people who are intoxicated, they don't remember their deeds. And I put that on their face. Yeah, but you did this while you were intoxicated. Oh, I don't know. And then I show it. Look here. You sent this to Lalita Madhava. You did this. Oh, you live in the past. Yeah. No. You're sober now. I can talk to you now. And also, no, and I go for that. I want to help people.
Yeah.
Nobody has the guts to do that. Nobody has the guts. And the one who dares to say that, of course, yeah, she got the blame, and then they get the low blow later. Then
Yeah. Yeah. Well, part of the territory here is not everybody can understand. Or, I mean, I'm misunderstood a lot. What are you going to do? Anyway, that's part of. I mean, everybody, even you, will get purified here. This is part of the pure. Is people will misunderstand you, misrepresent you, all kinds of stuff.
But I explain things, and people then don't react, don't answer over and over again. They ask me questions. I give the answer, and then there is no reaction on the answer anymore. And then they say later, Lalita says this, Lalita says that. Huh?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
never said that. Why don't you answer me so that we can have a communication? No.
Yeah.
It's very low, very, very low blow.
Yeah.
Lack
Is
of
there any?
intelligence. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. What can be done about that? Anything?
I don't know, Guru Maharaj. Avoid the conversation from me. I really don't need that trouble.
It is
Yeah.
mentioned in the Shastra, in this time, even one word misunderstood, it make chaos. So what you want in this time?
Yeah, but when I write to Johan and he doesn't understand, he calls me.
Yeah.
We always do that.
Yeah.
Because he writes very difficultly, and then we say, that's what you mean. But not everybody is like that. They stop the conversation because they deny what Lalita says is not true. If I say you're a drunk, you're a drunk.
Yeah. Well, maybe you can't communicate with certain people. What are you going to do? Yeah. Any solution?
It's not my problem anymore, Guru Maharaj. There's a solution.
Oh, okay. So yeah. It was just, I guess, Johan just brought it up, and so to get clear, you understand her side of it, there, Johan? Yeah. Okay. Good. All
But
right.
can I say something more?
Absolutely.
Actually, yeah. I don't know anymore the name, but maybe you know this because I don't see it in the picture. this old Babaji, this ecstatic devotee who had this thing on his head with was very heavy. Even he showed ecstatic emotions. When Bhaktivinoda Thakur found the real birthplace of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he invited that devotee and he could not walk anymore. But when he saw the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya, he jumped up and tears were flowing. And he said, yeah, that is it. So he showed it. So it is, yeah, it is shown, but now it is shown much more than at that time.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay, what do we got? Oh my, this is due to respect, trust, love, understanding, missing from the communication or lack of. That happens because of a lot of misunderstanding also in language. Yeah, well, we'll get by. You just got to be a little tolerant and do the best you can. The main thing is we found the right place to be. We have the mercy of Lord Caitanya. Yeah, they had their little squabbles back in the day when Lord Caitanya was here. Even Gadadhar, he said once, he said, Lord Caitanya will understand my heart, but not the devotees all the time, because they're very strict, some of them. So, Lalita, can you see Aman's thing there? Can you read?
Amans, today on Harina, we met a man who asked why Lord Krishna carried the flute. So we replied that once Lord Krishna asked his devotees what they would like to become in his hands. Some said the lotus, the conch, and chakra, and that's all I can see, so I need to continue.
Oh, okay, and I'll continue. But no one mentioned the flute. Then Krishna advised them to become his flute. Flute that has 8 holes, which represents organs of perception, mind, intellect, and ego. If you get rid of your ego and become like a hollow flute, then the Lord will come to you and pick you up, put his lips and breathe through you and out of the hollowness of your heart as captivating melody. Will emerge for all creations to enjoy. But if you will continue an attitude of dislike, hatred, and jealousy, the Lord will distance himself from you. And listen to the transcendental melodies of playing the flute. Yeah. Well, it's like you can't get out of being a flute, because you'll either be played by the modes of the Lord in the form of the modes of nature, which is kind of nasty, in different levels of nastiness. One's a little bit lesser nasty than the other, but it's all nasty. It's all in the modes, all inauspicious. Mode of goodness is more auspicious than passion and ignorance, but still, you can still offend the transcendental Lord. You still don't know the transcendental Lord unless you get special mercy. See? That's why still your inauspiciousness persists until you simply accept the transcendental nature of Lord, reflected on the devotees who come here to show it. That's it. Okay? Now your auspicious existence is beginning. Even if you're a drunk, but you accept the devotees, this is what the Lord showed. He gave more mercy to these drunks than he did to Brahmins who didn't care about him. But these drunks were in the bar, and he was dancing around. They were dancing. Oh, Nimai Pandit, we really like his dancing, and they were imitating and having a good time. And the Lord, just by his will they advanced. By his will, because they were just favorable to his transcendental nature. That's why the lowest of persons were considered by Lord Caitanya those who just didn't accept him. And those were at first the student community following the rules and regulations. Do you see how that works practically? You won't know unless you see it in action. Here's a place of action. Here you can see that. You can see the people that know nothing about Krishna and they come here and they get Krishna. And those who know everything about Krishna but really don't get Krishna yet. They don't get into the kingdom of God. The kingdom of God is intimacy with the Lord, even here. Those who just simply accept the company of devotees get that Lord. Get something of the Lord. Even the drunks here, there's some drunks here, they get something. I hear, they oh, I like your words.
They get something, but they cause a lot of problems as well.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Because they don't know what they are doing and they forget what they did.
Yeah. Well, drunks. But if they come here and they like the words of talking Hare Katha and all that, so much benefit. It's like, could you imagine the Lord came to the drunks, right, in Navadvip. And they were drunks. They're still going to act like drunks, but they liked him. See, they got benefit internally. Simply because they like the Lord. They like his association. Okay? They may not be perfect. They may have all these imperfections because of being drunks, What are you going to do? That'll all be worked out. Yeah. It's like, that's why I say, like people, they may not be perfect here, but if they liked the message, and especially when they get some ecstasy, that's very, you're better off than a person that has no ecstasy and is just following Krishna just for the rules. I'm just saying, give perspective. Even that's better than, if you're worshiping God because of the rules and out of fear because you don't want to go to hell. Well, amen, that's a start. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see, into this entire kufulu is due to respect, trust, love, understanding. Missing the communication for lack of, anyway, there's going to be all kinds of stuff. Even in the spiritual world, there is gossip, but it's all pure. Yeah, but, well, we're here in the material world, and the Lord knows. He knows that we need his help, and he gives it. I was really into this when I was on drugs. When I would come, then I got sober, and I'm kind of traumatized, so my heart is weird. But I do want the favor of the devotees here, as well as Lord Chaitanya's grace, intimacy, but not in the mood of competition, etc., like you say. Yeah. I'm so perfect that even imperfection personalized. Yeah, anyway, okay. All right, so, purport by his divine grace. A living being in normal consist. Actually, you got the book there, Johan?
Yes, which verse?
The verse is. Verse number 19.
Is this okay?
Yeah, you can read the verse and you can read some of the purport too.
Very good. Oh no, that's 18, 19, sorry. I have to see, eh? Yeah, 19. As soon as as soon as, yeah, I don't know what it means.
Irrevocable.
Irrevocable
Irrevocable.
loving, huh?
Irrevocable.
Not irrevocable loving service. It is the fix of the fix of nature mode of passion. Oh, just as lost the desire. Anything that's a piece of the body. Then the body is stable in goodness. It becomes complete.
Yeah, so complete happiness is this state of union with the transcendental Lord. Otherwise, your happiness will never be complete. This is what even Jesus was trying to say, where he says, I have peace that's beyond this world. See, beyond this world here of being peaceful, all equally disposed. This is Shuddha level is the deepest level, really. Yeah. So read the purport there, Johan, a little bit.
Yeah, but can I say something more about reading also?
Yeah, go ahead.
Should lust and desire and hankering disappeared from the heart. But this also needs time, It's not that everybody will be like, shebang. Everything will take time and it will go away natural. It's not
Yeah,
that you need to force
yeah.
it.
Yeah, so many times, you see in the books, it's like all or nothing. It happens instantly and all that. They just speed it up because what are you going to do? Write volumes of the person's going through all of these things. You want to know the details, you come here and then you see how it works. You see and you come here and you see, we've been together like 6 years, right? And you see the gradual progression of this thing. Otherwise, could you imagine how many books we would have to write about all the details? That's why you see, even in the Bible, the book of John, he said, if I had recorded all the pastimes of Jesus and what he said, it would fill many volumes. See, they're all pastimes. Even when the devotees are preaching, look how many. Can you imagine how many books we would have to write of all these classes? Thousands and thousands and thousands. That's just how it is. The devotees, they preach and they preach and they preach. And it's because that's how they find happiness, is in relishing communion with the Lord. And if they do it in front of us, oh boy, are we lucky, man. We're very fortunate. They open the path to the confidential service of the Lord. Otherwise, nobody knows what that is. See, the real God happens when Lord Caitanya and Nityananda arose simultaneously on the horizon, Gadi. That's the preaching. You see the real God and the real devotee simultaneously. If there's room for your word, and that's why you got to get purified. You come even for a while. You got to see, oh wow, I'm getting a real clear conception of the absolute truth of the Lord. Simultaneously, whoa, that speaker is really amazing, just like God is amazing. They arise simultaneously. You say, this speaker knows what they're talking about. See, the real conception arises simultaneously with the devotee preaching that real conception. See, because they're real devotees, they have real bhakti, mature. Yeah, I remember very well that you said when I started to come and listen 3 years ago that it will all come naturally. Just come and listen every day, dear Gurudev. Yeah, come naturally, and this is how it naturally comes. If you notice, don't think that you're just going to come and listen like a passive wallflower only. There's going to be interaction. Yeah, wasn't there interaction with Lord Caitanya and his devotees? All these books are written about the interactions. Look at Vallabhabhata. He came to listen to the Lord, and then all these things happened. See, the turbulence. It's part of it, man. See, so you come here and listen, and then things will happen. There'll be interaction, there'll be dialogue, there'll be misunderstanding, there'll be understandings. It's just funny to me, and it's to show how much people misinformed and still in illusion. You can even know truth in your butthole, Balaram. I don't rat's rectum where you find your validity. Tell me you're... Sounds like they got a little thing going there. Okay. We had a lot of turbulence today. Yeah, well, you see, it's smoothed out, didn't it? See, turbulence?
Yeah, it was not about Johan and me. It was very clear.
Yeah.
And I knew that already. I told Freddie yesterday, you can ask Freddie. I knew it already. It was all about Johan and me.
You knew it was all about what?
Gossiping and trying
Oh,
to...
yeah.
And I said it in one of my videos as well.
Yeah. Gossip, yeah. Yeah, it's all part of that. Yeah, okay, so let's see here. Yeah, read some of the purport there, Johan.
If the gospel of you, Lalita, it means that you are important. It's a joke. You don't know this joke.
I know.
A living being in a normal, constantly position is full of satisfaction in spirit of bliss. The problem is we are not in a normal position, the most of the people. See, a living being in a normal condition. Constitutional position is full. See, and that's why we become so happy more and more here. Because we become more and more in our natural constitution position. Wow. The state of extent. We will not have to do something because it's so small written. Oh, I need some more time. Voila, oh yes. The state of the extent system is called or Anand. Oh, the state of self-realization.
Self-satisfaction.
So, yeah, but since now you're thinking that this self-realization is what you're telling, Sherlock. See, I am Sherlock realized. No, please, no. No. See, it's so beautiful, this craft and self-realized. You become Oh my God. The cells. It's not like the yeah. Oh, the inactive rhythm. I heard some echo.
Oh, echo. Okay.
The inactive man is in the state of foolish ignorance. Where the cell is satisfied. Atmanandi is transcendental. In a mature state of it. This stage of perfection. Oh my God, this days of perfection. Is attained as soon as money is fixed. Yeah. What was that? Fixed in how you said it? Irrevocable, like that. No. We don't hear you, Maharaj.
Irrevocable.
Okay. Irrevocable devotional service. Devotional service, not inactive, but is an unalloyed activity of the soul. My God, the soul activities become. You cannot see us anymore. Adulterated in contact with matter, and as such, the disease, disease activity and expression in a form of lust, desire. Oh, inactivity, foolishness, and sleeping. It is so amazing. Huh? See, as soon as we come from the spiritual revelation back, we have another sage, but we have the prize. It's one step here. Holy shit, is that immediately? You just one step in it.
Johan will never get through this Bhagavatam verse. Maybe that's just how it is here. You know, everybody, I get them to read, they get so ecstatic, they can't read anymore properly. Maybe that's what it's all about. Okay, you know, it's actually getting a little bit late here for me. Let's take a little break, and yeah, so let's play the song. Play the song. Take a little break here. Thank you, Johan, for reading.
You're welcome.
Yeah. All right. So what do we got here? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. So Johan can give classes today. I've changed my mind. Krishna, Krishna. What are you going to do? Ecstatic devotees? Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Okay, my friends, Hare Krishna. We'll see you soon.